Hello, everybody. This is José Ignacio from the Uncomfortable Dialogues 2022. Hi, I am truly delighted to have José Alberto Esteve, CEO of VUCA, with us today. José Alberto is a very successful man, but also extremely busy. Just to give you an idea, we're trying to schedule this dialogue for the past 4 months, and finally, today we managed to synchronize our calendars. Thank you very much, José Alberto, for your time. Allow me to share something about my good old friend. José Alberto has lived and worked in roughly 10 different countries in the past 30 years. He started in Spain, went to the Middle East, then to Latin America, then to Germany, and right now he's currently working in Dubai. I met José Alberto and his lovely family 25 years ago in Caracas, and since then we have been in close contact. Now, when it comes to business challenges, José Alberto is very well known for his fantastic salesmanship and unquestionable ethical standards. He's a CEO who listens to learn and understand, a CEO who has strong curiosity to inspire people to realize the team vision, and a CEO who never settled down. Without any further ado, José Alberto, welcome to our Uncomfortable Dialogue 2022 virtual studio. How are you doing, my friend?
Pues all well, all well. It's great to see you after so many years, José Ignacio. Always a pleasure to talk to you.
So, José Alberto, tell us more about what are you doing in Dubai?
Yeah, Dubai is a very dynamic city. In fact, it belongs to the Emirates, United Arab Emirates. So it is a country that is a very cosmopolitan country with many active people, and they come from different regions. Just to give you a perspective, the total population of UAE is about 10 million people, and Emiratis, there are only 1 million. So 9 million out of the 10 million are expats. Obviously, most of the expats are coming for the construction and different jobs. But it is, as I said before, it's a very dynamic country with great investment on infrastructure in the country. There is the tourism is quite sizable. As you know, there is a big air company called Emirates that they fly to more than 150 destinations. So it's kind of a hub for the Middle East and for Asia. So challenges, obviously, is the growth in these countries because of COVID. Most of the categories where I have been working the last few years, they have been degrowing. So the challenge is how to grow in an environment that it is shrinking. Yeah. And that is probably the biggest challenge we have had in terms of growth. Then secondly, managing the collection in the market is something very difficult. And the third one is about getting good talent in the country.
Alberto, by listening to the fascinating story of the Emirates growth, I realized that you, as a very uncomfortable CEO, must have a very challenging job, not only to maintain VUCA's growth in the national economy, but also to make sure that your business continues to stay ahead, innovating every single day. Am I right? So, what are the key challenges that keeps you awake?
So, the number one challenge is about making sure that you have the right team around you. It is all about teamwork. It's all about communication. It's about empowerment, also accountability. One of the things I have faced for the last few years here in UAE is lack of accountability. Communication has been critical into making sure that you manage challenges in a good way.
I guess another of the key challenges for you to overcome was the transition from a global corporate culture, where growth was incremental but most likely steady and predictable. And then, while in Dubai, you move into a national corporation in a very extremely dynamic economy. Can you share with us how did you manage such personal transformation?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that is very obvious that when you come from the corporate world, processes, systems, and ways of working are very clear. then you have resources all over the place. And when you come to a family business, it's different. So you don't have the same resources. You don't have the same ways of working. Definitely, you have much less processes, and it is all more into people. I have seen moving from the corporate world to the family world is about the decision-making process. So in a corporate world, to make decisions, it is a longer process. It takes many individuals to make a final decision, and sometimes those individuals don't even know a lot about your business because they are even living in different countries. In a family business, at the end, the decisions are very fast.
No, Alberto, talking about your toolbox of skills, I know that you have been working in, again, multiple countries in multiple companies, and you started in Spain, and then you moved to Middle East, and then to Latin America, and then to Europe, and so on and so forth. I assume that you developed your own toolbox. Can you really share with us the 2 or 3 things that you are using the best facing the current challenges?
See, I always talk about, at least in my experience, what I call the recipe of success. Okay. And how to manage challenges and how to manage difficult situations. And basically, it consists of 3 elements, in my opinion. One is creating a right culture. Second is creating the right, obviously, it's about the right strategy, developing the right strategy. And number 3 is the execution. So having a winning execution in the market. So, these are the 3 kind of elements that after traveling and after working in many different businesses, I have seen that they play a humongous role into the success of even on a personal basis. So creating the right culture, which comes number 1, is about making sure that you create that environment. They are willing to go to the extra mile. They are willing to succeed. They want to work extra, and they are happy in that environment. So how you can create that environment that everybody comes to the office, comes to their homes, wherever they work today, and they give the best. Then 2, obviously, is about the strategy. At the end, to face any challenge, you need to have a how to win strategy. So making sure that you are clear on what are the different strategic elements that you want to work on. And the 3rd one is about the execution. So at the end, the strategy is as good as you execute, right? So if you are executing your strategy in full, very good. But many times it's all about talks, but there is very little of execution. And the execution in my business particularly, which is fast-moving consumer goods business, is paramount. That is what we have been doing across the last few years. And obviously it's a journey. It's not that, you change culture from one day to the other one, but it is kind of a journey.
Alberto, I love talking to you, but as you know, we don't have enough time. I have one final question for you, and this is going to be kind of a challenge. So I know that you have 4 kids, and eventually you will become a grandparent. What's going to be your legacy?
I think, José Ignacio, is about what are the values that you can convey and transmit to your children, and they can continue kind of growing with those values. Making sure that there is trust and there is respect. Telling them what to do is about you doing something, and they look at you. So it's more about actions than really about talking. So they will behave as you behave. I guess that is the end point. I hope that is my legacy.
Alberto, it's really a pleasure talking to you. Thank you, Roy, for the time. For everybody watching this video, if you happen to have any questions to José Alberto or even to myself, just write it down here in LinkedIn and YouTube, and we'll get back to you.